Hey, Conor here. Stephen Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the habits is called Sharpen the Saw. And I wanted to pause a moment here because around me today, I find a lot of people that are so busy being busy that they're not taking this time to stop and sharpen the saw. And the story from Stephen Covey's book is there's two tree cutters, each with their axe and each cutting down trees. And one of the tree cutters is so focused on cutting down trees that just hour after hour, he's swinging his axe, he's cutting down trees, swinging his axe, cutting down trees. The other tree cutter, after every second or third tree, he stops, he sits down, he rests, and he gets out a stone to sharpen his axe. And he takes time to sit and just sharpen the axe. Now, the first tree cutter, after 3 trees, when he sees the other guy stop and sit down and rest, he thinks, what a loser. What sort of tree cutter is that? Stopping. I'm a good tree cutter. I'm here busily chopping down trees. But the tree cutter who's not taking time to sharpen the axe, on the 5th, on the 6th tree, it's getting harder and harder and harder. It's getting more and more effort to get the same result. You've got to sharpen the axe. For a tree cutter, it's your axe. For a leader, often it's your skills, your motivation, it's your perspective in the world. We need to take time to improve our skills. If you're not taking time to improve your skills, if you're not taking time to take a step back and re-energize yourself, you might be busy. You might look down on those that are stopping and look like they're resting, but you're going to get burnt out. Your tools are going to get worn down. Now, in business, one of the dangerous things is to have a really successful product because you'll spend all your time just selling that product. I think in business, you need to be very clear that a certain percent of your time is spent maximizing the products and the business right now, but you need to spend some time getting ready for what you're going to be selling 1 year from now, 5 years now, 10 years from now. And in your own life, the skills that you have today, the network that you have today is allowing you to be effective and successful today. But you need to be spending some percentage of your time preparing for who you're going to need to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, to deal with what's coming. A friend of mine runs a business and he's part of a large investment office. And he is asked every year to produce a plan, what they call the 10-50 plan, that he must show how 10 years from now, 50% of his revenues will come from new products. And this investment fund, the only thing that they really are hard on with the leaders of the business is their 10-50 plan. If the business is successful now, that's great, but we want to know that right now, you're not just coasting in on the success of now. You're already beginning now to make sure that 10 years from now, 50% of your revenues will be coming from new things. When I look at the business around me, the businesses that I get to see through my role in Vistage, I see so often this cycle where a business is really successful this year, next year, and then all of a sudden they're not successful. And it's not all of a sudden. It's they've been coasting in on a product, on a capacity, on a set of skills that have been working, but other companies, other people have been working on their skills, on their products, on improving their pricing, their production. And when they catch up to you, they're already getting better and better. You need to make sure that you're not just coasting in on what you do now. I think Xavier Marcet even has a statistic of 70% of your life is making sure you're doing well now, 20% is preparing for this year, and 10% needs to be preparing for what's coming 10 years out. So this idea of sharpen the saw. Don't be so proud of your busyness and productivity that you're not stopping to slow down, to repair your tools, to repair your motivation, to clarify what and who you need to be 2 years from now, 10 years from now, so that you remain valuable to the world and valuable and proud of who you are. So have a good one. reflection for this week from Pamplona. Have a good one. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. Keeps me making these videos. Have a great one.